Hi everybody, it's Peg, and I am here with another challenge group. This time it's a Facebook group called International Crafters, and it's truly an international group. It's a lot of fun because they have all kinds of challenges all the time. And if you're into doing challenges and you like to join groups on Facebook, it's a good one. I'm there, if that's any kind of recommendation. Anyway, it is time for hashtag, oh boy, here we go, hashtag starryJulynight. I think that's what it is. I'll put it in the link down below. I'll put the iCard up above, you know, all the standard stuff that I do with these videos so that you guys can find it. But there'll be a group of people that are creating something for Starry July. So I'm going to work with some distress ink. This is Stormy Sky, Salty Ocean, and Blueprint Sketch. And then I have some Delicata in Silvery Shimmer and Gold Glitz. I love the shine on these things. So here we go. I have some watercolor card, and what I'm going to work with first is a stamping block. This is just any old stamping block that's going to fit onto my card front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these colors. So I'm going to start with a light one. So I'm going to go right through the middle with this Stormy Sky. It's kind of a gray blue, and then I've got this Blueprint Sketch I'm going to put up here, and I think I might even come around the edge a bit. And then I have Salty Ocean for the third color. Okay, now you can see that's wet on my block. So what I'm going to do is grab a mini mister, and I'm just going to mist this a few times, lightly. Don't want to overdo it. Okay, so you can still see it is bubbled up on my block. So I'm going to bring my card over, I'm going to center that on the card, and I'm just going to set it down and push and let that color transfer onto my watercolor card. I'm going to let it squish around a bit because I like all that texture-y stuff in there. Okay, so you can see the texture that we get in that background. Now I could use this again, I could spritz it and do another card, but for time's sake today we're only going to do this one card. So I'm going to dry this off and then come back. I have a stamp. This is a paper parachute stamp, and it looks kind of like the galaxy. So I'm going to use this stamp. Straighten out my paper a little bit. And I'm going to start with the Delicata Silver. And I'm going to get my stamping pad in here. And I'm just going to sort of line it up. It doesn't matter if it goes outside the line a little bit. But what I want is to get that silvery, I don't know if you can even see this on here, but there's a silver star reflection in the background. And I'm just going to cover up the part that I stamped already because I want to get the stuff down here at the bottom too. The stamp doesn't reach quite all the way. And then I'm going to wipe the silver off. And I'm going to come over here with a golden And then while that dries, I will show you the Daddy Vans. There's a little star there. Okay, let's see what we look like. So now you see the white through instead of all that color. So I'm going to set that aside to dry a minute, and while that's drying, I'll show you what you do with the furniture polish. So here is an image. And what I have here is Daddy Van's furniture polish and a brush. And I just load my brush up with that, and I just brush it on. And you see how immediately that starts to become transparent. Now you can take this out as far as you want, but typically I trim in a little bit closer to the image so I don't have to do the edge all the way out to the edge. So you let that sit for a minute or two, and then you come in with a rag and you're just going to buff that. So you're just going to take a rag. Now you would wait longer than I just did, but I just want to show you how you can get a transparent image by doing this. Let me put that on top of some card here. Okay, and then I would dry it. And then I have some matte medium and a brush. Let me wet my brush a little bit. That just keeps it from, and then be sure and wipe it off after you wet it, but then it doesn't get so much into the bristles of the brush. And then what I want to do is just lightly paint that on my card, because remember, you're going to move the color on your card with the matte medium. So you don't want to get it all over the place. But then I'm going to coat the back of this image so that it'll be bonding with two surfaces. And then I can place that on my card, just like so. And you see what happens is that blue behind stays behind. And then I can lightly coat the top again with the matte medium to put that down. And I'm just going to heel it in with the heel of my hand. And then we're going to add some color. So now what I have are pan pastels. These are chalk pastel in a palette, and they're really creamy consistency. If you haven't played with these, I think you're going to love them. But I'm going to just paint the surface of my little lady here. And I actually have some Q-tips that are round on one end and pointed at the other. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. So if I need to get into some place real tight, like right around her arm here, and I'm using the pearl on her flesh areas just to give her a pearly glow. She is holding a, looks like a seashell or cornucopia or something, and but it's got that curvy kind of look to it. So I want to get her done in that pearl color, and then I'm going to pick up some of this rich gold, and I'm going to do portions of her dress. You can see it's going on here real easily. So I have my card cut to standard A4 size, which is 11 by 4 1/4, because I'm going to fold it in half this way, and I'm just going to take my bone folder and crease that to make my card. And then on the back of here, I've used this 3M brand tape to give this some dimension. I'm just going to pull the backer off of that and mount that to my card. And then we have a Starry Night card. And I want to encourage you once again to go over and join the International Crafters group on Facebook. And if you don't want to do that, at least follow them here on YouTube, because I'll be putting out some video content for you. And that's my card. Now I have one more thing for you. I was going to play with this one. This is another celestial looking piece, and one of the things that they do in International Crafters are these 3.5 by 3.5, so I thought this would work for that. And so all I'm going to do on here is use a little bit of coloration. So let's go back to these colors we were using before, and I'm going to grab a sponge. And then I'll trim this out, mount it to a card, and we will have 2 cards. That's it, guys. Be sure and watch the other videos. Bye for now.